Part 1. Derrick Barnes' Resilience and Return to the Detroit Lions Defense. In the world of professional sports, injuries are an unfortunate reality that every athlete must grapple with at some point in their careers. For Detroit Lions linebacker Derrick Barnes, this reality hit particularly hard when he suffered a season-ending injury in Week 3 of the 2024 NFL season. At the time, Barnes was emerging as one of the standout players on a defense that was integral to the Lions' playoff hopes. His absence left a noticeable gap in the defensive unit, contributing to a season that ultimately fell short of the Super Bowl aspirations the team had set. Barnes' injury was a significant blow not only to the Lions' defense, but also to his own future prospects. As the final year of his rookie contract loomed, questions about his future with the team, as well as his ability to perform at a high level post-injury, began to swirl. In professional football, injuries can sometimes spell the end of a player's career or derail their trajectory, particularly when it occurs in the final year of a rookie deal. This scenario created a cloud of uncertainty surrounding Barnes' future with the Lions. Despite the injury, the Lions front office recognized Barnes' potential and the value he brought to their defense. As the offseason approached and free agency began, Detroit's decision to retain the 25-year-old linebacker was a critical move for their long-term plans. Barnes had shown promise early in his career, and despite the setback, the Lions were willing to invest in his future. In March 2025, they extended his contract with a 3-year, $25.5 million deal, which included $16 million in guaranteed money. This decision marked a clear vote of confidence in Barnes and his ability to return to form. Barnes' contract extension not only secured his financial future, but also reaffirmed his place within the team's vision for the coming years. The Lions have been in a phase of rebuilding under general manager Brad Holmes and head coach Dan Campbell, and the 2021 draft class, Barnes included, has been central to that effort. The extension of Barnes, alongside other key players from the class like Amon-Ra St. Brown, Penei Sewell, and Alim McNeill, shows the team's belief in the core they've assembled. These players represent the future of the franchise, and securing them for the long haul is a testament to the direction the Lions are heading under Holmes and Campbell's leadership. At a media session following the announcement of his contract extension, Barnes revealed some personal details about his recovery and mindset. Having been cleared by medical professionals, he expressed his optimism about the future and his readiness to participate in the Lions' offseason program. "I'm good. Physically, I'm good. My knee is good," Barnes stated, bringing relief to Lions fans and confirming that he would be back for the start of organized team activities, OTAs, and mandatory minicamp. His enthusiasm was palpable, and it was clear that he had grown from the adversity he faced. For Barnes, the rehab process had been a humbling and enlightening experience. Initially, doubts about whether he could return to his former level of play clouded his thoughts. However, as his recovery progressed and his knee healed, he came to appreciate the game of football in a way he hadn't before. "I understand why Tom Brady didn't want to retire, I'll tell you that. It made me appreciate the game a lot more, appreciate all the opportunities that I have and that are given to me," Barnes reflected. His time away from the field, forced to watch from the sidelines, offered him a fresh perspective on both football and life in general. Barnes' journey also led him to a deeper understanding of the mental and emotional aspects of being a professional athlete. In a league where physical prowess often defines a player's worth, the mental toll of injuries and setbacks is frequently overlooked. For Barnes, the rehab process was as much about rebuilding his confidence as it was about getting physically ready to play again. He admitted to moments of self-doubt, wondering whether he would be the same player he was before the injury. Yet, with his recovery now complete, Barnes can move forward without hesitation, fully embracing the opportunity to play for a team he has come to love. As he prepares for the upcoming offseason program, Barnes' renewed sense of purpose and perspective will be invaluable. His work ethic and commitment to returning to the field stronger than before will be key to his success in the 2025 season. But just as importantly, his growth as a person and a leader will benefit the Lions' defense in ways that go beyond statistics and on-field performance. Barnes is not just returning as a player. He's returning as a more mature and grounded individual, someone who has learned valuable lessons from his time away from the game. Part 2. The Detroit Lions Super Bowl Window, a new era of winning culture. While the individual story of Derrick Barnes' recovery and return to the Lions' defense is a compelling narrative, it must also be viewed in the larger context of the Detroit Lions' evolving team culture and their long-term aspirations. For years, the Lions have struggled to find consistent success in the NFL, often falling short of their potential. However, with the hiring of Brad Holmes as general manager and Dan Campbell as head coach, there's been a noticeable shift in the team's approach, with a greater emphasis on building a winning culture from the ground up. The 2024 season, despite ending in disappointment with a loss to the Washington Commanders, offered a glimpse of the future. The Lions had a strong regular season and appeared to be on the verge of breaking through to Super Bowl contention. However, injuries to key players, including Derrick Barnes, hampered their chances of achieving that ultimate goal. Still, despite the heartbreaking end to the season, Barnes remains confident in the team's ability to capitalize on what he believes is an open Super Bowl window. For Barnes, the team's culture shift has been a pivotal aspect of his growth. This is a winning program now. We have changed things. We have built the culture where, honestly, going to the playoffs isn't going to be enough for us now. We need to be in the dance, he said during his media session. Barnes' words reflect a mentality that has taken root in the Lions' locker room. Gone are the days of merely hoping for a playoff berth. Now, the focus is on winning championships and being a perennial contender. Barnes' optimism is shared by many of his teammates, who believe that the foundation has been laid for sustained success. The Lions have built a solid core, with young talents like Amon-Ra St. Brown and Penei Sewell providing the foundation on offense, while Barnes, McNeil, and others form the backbone of a defense that has the potential to be one of the league's best. With the right mix of youth and experience, the Lions are positioned to contend for a Super Bowl in the coming seasons. The team's ability to weather adversity, such as Barnes' injury, and still compete at a high level speaks volumes about the culture that has been established under Holmes and Campbell. Players are no longer focused on individual accolades or short-term goals. Instead, they are committed to the long-term success of the team. This shift in mindset has been instrumental in the Lions' growth as a franchise, and it has made them one of the most promising teams in the NFC. For Barnes, the feeling of being part of a team with championship aspirations is deeply motivating. He recognizes the opportunity he has to contribute to a culture that is built on hard work, resilience, and a shared commitment to greatness. As he reflects on his journey, Barnes understands that his role extends beyond just making tackles and rushing the quarterback. He is now a leader, both on and off the field, helping to set the tone for the team's future success. While the Lions' 2024 season ended in disappointment, the team remains firmly entrenched in the conversation about Super Bowl contenders. Barnes' return to the lineup will provide an added boost to the defense, and his leadership will play a crucial role in the team's quest for a championship. The Lions know they are capable of achieving greatness, and Barnes' renewed sense of purpose will only add to their drive to reach the pinnacle of the NFL. Part 3. The Road Ahead. Optimism and Challenges for the Detroit Lions. As Derrick Barnes prepares to return to action and the Detroit Lions gear up for the 2025 season, the road ahead is filled with both opportunities and challenges. The team has come a long way since the dark days of constant mediocrity, and their recent successes have fueled optimism among both players and fans. However, with heightened expectations comes the pressure to perform at the highest level, and the Lions will need to stay focused if they are to achieve their Super Bowl dreams. One of the most significant challenges facing the Lions in 2025 will be maintaining their momentum from the previous season. The NFC is home to several elite teams, including the San Francisco 49ers, Philadelphia Eagles, and Dallas Cowboys, all of whom pose significant threats to the Lions' Super Bowl aspirations. To succeed, the Lions will need to continue to evolve as a team, both offensively and defensively, and stay healthy throughout the season. The return of Derrick Barnes to the defense will be a crucial factor in the Lions' success. His leadership and playmaking ability will strengthen the defensive unit, which already boasts a solid foundation. The Lions' defense will need to remain aggressive and opportunistic, particularly in critical moments when the pressure is at its highest. Barnes' ability to stay healthy and perform at a high level will be key to ensuring the Lions have the depth and talent necessary to compete with the league's top teams. Offensively, the Lions have a wealth of talent, from quarterback Jared Goff to the explosive Amon-Ra St. Brown. With an offensive line anchored by Penei Sewell and a dynamic group of skill players, the Lions have the tools to put up points against any defense. However, the challenge will be to maintain consistency and balance throughout the season, ensuring that the offense can complement the defense in high-stakes games. The team's coaching staff, led by Dan Campbell, will also play a pivotal role in navigating the road to the Super Bowl. Campbell has instilled a sense of toughness and discipline within the team, and his leadership will be tested as the Lions face the pressures of playoff football. If the Lions can continue to play with the same intensity and determination that has defined their recent success, they will be in a strong position to compete for a championship. Ultimately, the Detroit Lions Super Bowl window is still wide open, and with Derrick Barnes back in the fold, they are in a strong position to make a deep run in 2025. The combination of a resilient defense, a dynamic offense, and a championship mindset makes the Lions one of the most dangerous teams in the league. The road to the Super Bowl will be long and challenging, but with the right focus and commitment, the Lions have the potential to make their dreams a reality.